Namaste, dear student. Welcome to 2020. Today we discuss about the introduction to pharmacology. In this chapter, specifically discuss scope and history of pharmacology. First one, the pharmacology. The pharmacology, the word is mainly derived from Greek. Greek word. It's a combination of two words. First one, this is the pharmacon, and second, this is the logos. Pharmacon, that means drug or chemical. Logos, that means science or study. So shortly, we can say the pharmacology, that means the study of drug. The science of drug dealing with the study of desirable and undesirable effect of drug. These type of the subject, we can say this is the pharmacology. Pharmacology, it is the study of drug on a living system, specifically from the animals as well as the human. Some microorganism, fungus, and virus that also we used for the study this type of the subject, we can say this is the pharmacology. It include biochemicals and physiological effect, mechanism of actions, therapeutic uses, and adverse effect of drug. This study we have to find out of drug. It's called the pharmacology. First thing we learn, scope of pharmacology. The scope of pharmacology has expanded greatly over the last decade to incorporate many new approaches such as computer aided drug design. Today, we find out the drug we also design by using the computer, and hypothetically we find out its actions. Genetic screen, today's the drug acting onto the genes of our body. Protein engineering, today's the drug acting onto the protein and then for the different varieties of effect. Use of the novel drug delivery vehicles, including the virus and artificial cells. Today's the new delivery system also available incorporating to virus as well as some of the artificial cells, and these are used in the treatment of different varieties of the disease. In our society, need pharmacologists who understand the basics of modern therapeutics for the careers with academic, pharmaceuticals, and governmental laboratory to study the development of the tomorrow's drug. Pharmacology is the must be necessary for the future. The pharmacology link other scope or other subject also. In the psychology department, the psychopharmacology is also responsible. The clinical medicines and therapeutics, the clinical pharmacology is also available. Veterinary medicine, the veterinary pharmacology is there. Pharmacy, the pharmaceutical sciences is there. Biotechnology, the biopharmaceutics is there. Pathophysiology, the pathology in the toxicology is there. Chemistry, the medicinal chemistry is there. So this is the main basic subject of pharmacology. Pharmacogenetics, the pharmacogenetic subject also available for the study of genes. Genomes, study of genomes, pharmacogenomics. Clinical epidemiology, pharma epidemiology is there. And health economics, the pharmacoeconomics is there. Main is the pharmacology, along other subject is there. Biochemical pharmacology, pharmacokinetics, molecular pharmacology, chemotherapy, and some system related pharmacology. Neuropharmacology is there. Cardiac pharmacology is there. Gastrointestinal pharmacology, respiratory pharmacology, and immunopharmacology. Pharmacology is the very broad subject that link to different varieties of subjects. Subdivision of pharmacology. Pharmacy or retail medicine. It deals with the study of collections, compounding, dispensing of drug so as to make them fit for administration to patient. This is the pharmacy or retail pharmacy. Second thing is the immunopharmacology. It deals with the immunological actions of drug in the immune system and development of antibody in response to drug. Pharmacoeconomics, that related with to economics. It is the branch of deal with the economics of drug, which aim to quantify the drug economic term, the cost and benefit of drug used therapeutically. Cost is the most important for treatment. Pharmacokinetics deals with the absorptions, distributions, metabolism, and excretion. Shortly, we can say ADME. It is also parts of pharmacology. Pharmacodynamics. It deals with the study of biochemicals and physiological effects of drugs and their mechanism of actions. Pharmacotherapeutics. It deals with the use of drug in the preventations and treatment of disease. Clinical pharmacology deals with the study of drug in the human and animal when given its disease condition. This is the role of clinical pharmacology. Pharmacognosy it deals with the source of drugs. Pharmacogenetics deals with the study of genetics derived determined variation in the response to drugs. Pharmacometrics it deals with the study of qualitative and quantitative evaluation of drugs activity. Experimental pharmacology it deals with the study of drugs action in the animal under the laboratory conditions. Pharmacoepidermiology deals with the study of both beneficials and adverse effect of drug on the human and animal population. Chemotherapy deals with the study of drugs that inhibit the specific agent of disease such as the bacteria, fungus, and virus. Toxicology deals with the study of adverse effect of drug or chemicals on the living system. Materia Medica, it book containing information about the pharmacy, pharmacognosy, posology, the dose calculation, and use of drug for the particular disease or different disease. Nowadays, it is the replaced by the modern science of pharmacology. Next, we discuss about the history of pharmacology. History of pharmacology. Primitive man gathered her knowledge of healing and medicines by observing the nature and noticing the animal and its starting point of pharmacology. Ancient civilizations discovered the extract from plants, animals, and minerals had medicinal effect on the body. Before so many years ago, the ancient civilizations, those are decides and extract animals and minerals effect on body. They also used. This discovery had become a foundation of pharmacology. Thus, this is the basic things pharmacology subjects or pharmacology are origins. Pharmacology is the present from the relative recent branch about the hundreds year ago. Historical development in the pharmacology. Pan Pisau, 2700 BC. It was the great herbal materia medica written in China. The first, the written material we got information about pharmacology. Kahun Paparus, 2000 year BC. in the oldest Egyptian document containing the information about the veterinary medicines and uterine disease of women. Aber's Papyrus 1550 BC, also Egyptian document containing information about the member of the disease and 8 to 9 prescriptions where castor oils, opiums like drugs being used along day BC, that means before Christ, means birthday of Isu Christ. Hippocrates 460 to 375 BC, the Greek physicians considered the father of medicines. He was the first person who recognized the disease as the abnormal reaction of the body, and he introduced use of the metallic salt for the treatment of disease. Historical development pharmacology also continue. Theophrastus Theophrastus 380 287 BC, a great philosopher called the father of pharmacology. He classified the medicinal plant on the basis of medicinal characteristic before BC. BC. Dioscorides AD 57. AD, that means after the death of Isu Christ 57. A Greek produced one of the first materia medica of approximately 500 plant and remedies there. Claudius Galen AD 129 to 200 first attempted to consider the theoretical background of pharmacology. Paracelsus 1493 to 1541, a Swiss scholar and alchemist, often considered the grandfather of pharmacology. He introduced the use of chemical for treatment of disease. Valerius Cordus 1514 and 1544, he compiled the first pharmacopoeia where he described the techniques for the preparation of drug. The modern pharmacology, the conversions of the old medicine in the modern pharmacology start taking shape following the introduction of animal experiment and isolation of active ingredient from plant. Francois Mangendu 1783 to 1855, a first pharmacologist, established the foundation of the modern pharmacology. He developed experiment to elucidate the physiological process and action of the drug on body. The Friedrich Schurtner, German pharmacist, assist isolate morphine from first pure drug morphine in 1805. Claude Bernard 1813 to 1878, considered the father of experimental medicine. He identified the site of action of curare, means arrow poisoning. Rudolf Buschanz 1820 to 1879, first pharmacology laboratory in the world. 1860, University of Dorpat in Estonia. Rudolf Buschanz. Oswald Skimmenberg 1838 to 1921, father of modern pharmacology. Rudolf Buschanz 1820 to 1817, a German pharmacologist, a key figure in the development of pharmacology, who at the University of Dorpat created the first pharmacology institute. Ostwald Skimmenberg 1838 1921, father of the modern pharmacology, established pharmacology as an independent discipline. Start teaching pharmacology in the University of the Strasbourg in France. John Jacob Abel 1857 to 1938, founded first department of pharmacology in USA, University of Michigan in 1893. In 1897, he established the pharmacology department at the Johns Hopkins University. Apples also co-founded the Journal of Pharmacology and Experimental Therapeutic in 1909. Modern pharmacology. L. Mayers Jones, 1920 to 2002, regarded a father of modern veterinary pharmacology. He authored the first book of veterinary pharmacology, pharmacotherapeutics in 1954. And in India, father of Indian pharmacology is Dr. Ram Nath Chopra. Thank you very much for watching PharmaJosh YouTube channel.